Hello ladies and gentlemen, in today's video I'll show you how you can create this awesome clickable Prezi style PowerPoint presentation step by step. So let's jump into the mountains and let's get started. So ladies and gentlemen, let's open up a fresh blank new presentation and let's set the slide layout to blank. By the way, I'm using PowerPoint for Mac, so if you're on Windows, your PowerPoint might be looking slightly different, but don't worry, it's pretty much the same PowerPoint for Mac and for Windows. So let's continue. Let's take a look once again at the first slide of my original presentation. Let me show you on the full screen. And here, as you can see, we have a video playing in the background, and here in the front we actually have a cropped out photo of mountains. So let me show you how everything is constructed. Let's zoom out a little bit. So here in the background we have this video, and here in the front we have these cropped out mountains. So let me show you where we can find this beautiful video and where we can find these mountains. Alright, so let me just put everything back into place, and for the video let's just go to Pexels.com. Here is this beautiful video by Tobias that we can use. So I should have it on my computer somewhere, so let's just go to Insert, go to Videos, Video from File. And here is this video, let's go to Insert. That's beautiful. Let's make sure that video covers the whole slide, so no white spaces at edges of the slide, so everything is looking beautiful, awesome. And we can select the video, go to playback options, select start automatically and loop until stopped. So this video should be playing, all the time and looping all the time. So that's beautiful. Okay, and now for these mountains. As always, for these beautiful mountains, as always, let's go to Unsplash.com. And here's this photo by Ben. So let's just copy this photo, hit copy image. Let's get back to PowerPoint and let's paste this photo into the first slide. Let's make sure that we crop the photo to aspect ratio 16:9. That's wonderful. We can just zoom in a little bit. And let's just drag this photo upwards a little bit like this, and now we can hit on crop. That's beautiful. And let's make sure that this photo covers the whole slide. Awesome. And as you can see now, the photo covers the video. We cannot see the video, so don't worry. Let's just select the photo and let's go to Remove Background options. Click on it, and here you can see this purple color. So purple means the area that is going to be removed. So let's just grab this pencil, which is called Mark Areas to Keep, and let's make sure that we draw on these areas with a green pencil, because we want to keep these beautiful mountains. So draw as many times as needed until you get the desired result. So let's mark this area at the bottom as well. That's wonderful, and let's select these trees here as well. We don't have to be super precise. Alright, I think it's looking beautiful. And actually for this part of the photo, let's make sure that we remove this part. So let's just draw with this red pencil right here. Okay, and I think we are pretty much finished, and we can click on this button, Keep Changes. That's awesome. Let's zoom out a little bit. Now let's select the photo and let's just drag it downwards a little bit to somewhere like this. Okay, let's go to crop options and let's crop the bottom of the photo. Let's click on crop. And this is how our first slide should look like. Let's preview it on the full screen. So the video is playing in the background and we have these beautiful mountains in the front, and we can put some clickable bubbles, clickable bubbles on these mountains. All right. As you can see here in my original presentation, these are called slide zooms, and actually these are section zooms, and I will show you how we can create these section zooms right now. So let's just go here to this left pane and let's just right click and let's select add section. All right, let's give it a name, for example, hiking trails. Let's insert a new slide. Let's just add any slide background, slide color for the background. For example, this blue color is going to be transparent, but since we're going to use white words and white icons, so we need to have a dark background so that we can see what we're doing. So first of all, let's just go to insert shapes and let's choose a circle. Let's hold down the shift key so that we get a perfect circle. Let's just make sure that for the outline we have a white color so that we can see what's going on. For the fill, no fill is needed. So let's just make sure that we place this circle in the center and in the middle of the slide. That's beautiful. And let's just type in hiking trails, Montserrat font, as you can see, and the font size is 54. So let's just actually copy these two text boxes. It's going to be a little bit faster. Let's copy them right here. And for the icon, I was actually using icons that are provided by PowerPoint 365. So let's just go to insert and find icons. By the way, if you don't have this icon tab, you can always go to flaticon.com and there you will get a bunch of free icons, so flaticons.com. But if you have this icon tab, so that's useful as well. Let's just type in hike and we see this hiking boot or shoe, and let's just insert it. So as you can see, it has black color. Let's just increase the size of this icon. And let's change the graphic fill to white color. That's beautiful. All right, so we are finished with the first slide, and now we can create this slide, okay? So let's just duplicate this slide, hit duplicate slide. All right, so yeah, let's move this shoe. Let's reduce the size of this shoe and let's move it somewhere right here. For these text boxes, let's position them like this, hiking trails. All right, and let's add a little bit of text just below these two text boxes. So I'll just copy this text box and paste it right here. We can make sure that all of these objects are aligned to the left side. Well, actually, I think it's looking better like this. Okay, and let's add a beautiful photo of a person. So once again, let's just jump to unsplash.com. Let's copy this image. Let's paste it right here. Okay, we can actually crop this image a little bit as well so that it does not take up too much space. Okay, and we can add a slight white border around this picture. So let's just go to picture border and let's choose white. That's beautiful. And as you can see in the original presentation, we have these two bubbles as well, but let's not worry about these bubbles. We'll make them a little bit later. For now, what we need to take care of, so let's just make sure that slide number 3 has morph transition applied to it, because morph will make this animation. Let me show you what kind of animation I'm talking about. So as you can see in my original presentation, when I go from this slide to this slide, we get this animation. So that's looking fun and awesome. So let me show you how it was done. So actually I copied this photo and pasted it into the second slide, and I just moved this photo right here. And as you can see, when we preview it on the full screen with the help of the morph transition, this photo comes into the next slide. That is awesome. And as you can see, the boot icon is, reducing in size. The hiking trails text boxes are moving as well. And let's just take care of this text box. Let's copy it and let's paste it here as well. Let's move it here at the bottom. And now let's see what happens. Skadoosh, everything is coming into place. And don't worry about this blue background. Now we can go to our first slide, and now we can actually go to Insert, Zoom, and click on Section Zoom. So here are the sections: default section, hiking trail section. So let's just rename the default section to something more usual, like home. And now let's just go to Insert, Zoom, Section Zoom, and let's choose hiking trails. And let's click Insert. Okay, here as you can see, this is this blue second slide. Now let's go to Zoom Tools and let's choose Zoom Background. It will make our section zoom transparent. As you can see here on the first slide, we don't see this, blue background. Don't see this blue background here on the first slide, so that's awesome. But as you remember, in my original presentation, we had this, semi-transparent color, fill color applied to the section zoom. So let me actually show you how we can do it in our presentation as well. So for that, we have to go to slide number 2, and we just have to apply a, semi-transparent fill to this circle. So first of all, let's just change this blue, slide background fill so that we can better see what's going on. So let's just go to Format Background, Solid Fill, and let's choose this dark gray color. Let's just use the same color for slide number 3 as well. So that's everything, in the same color. Okay. And now let's get back to this circle. Let's click on the circle. Let's go to Solid Fill. Let's choose, for example, this blue color, and let's add transparency of 50%. Let's hit Enter. That's wonderful. And as you can see here on the first slide, let's just preview it on the full screen. As you can see, our section zoom has automatically updated. Awesome. And when we click on it, we go to our section. We click once again, and we get this beautiful animation. As you can see, for this bubble, we have to apply this semi-transparent fill as well, but everything is working. And when we click once again, we get back to our home slide. That's wonderful. So yeah, we can of course increase the size of our section zoom. It can be huge. It can be small, so let's just make it like this. And let's just put it somewhere right here. Okay, and yes, let's just apply the same blue color to this circle as well. Let's go to Shape Format, or let's just right click on this shape. Format Shape, Solid Fill. Let's use the same blue color and add transparency of 50%. I think in my original presentation, I have just used the eyedropper tool and just, copied this blue color, I guess, from these mountains. But for the simplicity purposes, let's just use this, default blue color. And let's just go to slide number 1 and let's make sure that this section zoom is inside of the, slide window, because if it's like this, it's not good, because then we will get some black edges when we're zooming in. Let me just show it to you. As you can see here, we have this, black edge, which does not look nice. So let's make sure that our, section zoom fits inside of the slide window. We can reduce the size of the section zoom, something like this. And let's place it right here, and let's give it a preview on the full screen once again. So here's the first slide. When I click on it, we zoom into the second slide, and when I click once again, so with the help of the morph transition, we're getting this animation, and now we are on slide number 3. That's wonderful. We can even use our arrow keys on the keyboard to, go back and forth, and that's awesome. That's beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, now let me show you how we can add these additional bubbles, trail number 1 and trail number 2. For these bubbles, we actually have to add additional sections, trail number 1 and trail number 2. So let's do just that. Let's get back to our presentation. Let's go here and let's add a new section. Let's give it a name, trail 1. That's beautiful. We can actually just grab this slide number 2. Let's copy it. Let's duplicate it here. Let's make sure we keep source formatting. That's beautiful. Let's call it trail number 1. So we can flip this boot just for fun. So it looks a little bit, different. So let's just go to align options, and we should align options, no, rotate options, and let's flip it horizontally like this. Let's delete one of these text boxes. We just need one text box. Let's move it here. Trail number 1, and let's just copy this bubble from here. Command C to copy. Command V to paste. I'll just use this, green color. So let's just use the format painter like this. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the first slide in this trail 1 section. So now we can duplicate this slide, and now let's create a slide which looks something like this. So once again, let me just copy this text box. Command C or Control C to copy. So let's paste it right here. So we can reduce the size of this boot. Let's move this text box right here, this text box right here. Let's make sure that the text is aligned to the right side. For these guys, it had to be aligned to the left side. Yes. Okay. That's beautiful, and let's just add a photo as we have here in the original presentation. So once again, we can go to unsplash.com and use this beautiful photo by Nina. Thank you very much, Nina. Let's paste it right here. We can reduce the size of the photo. We can add a white picture border. That's beautiful. And yes, we are pretty much finished with this slide. And once again, we have to add morph animation to it. And we have to make sure that we copy this photo and we paste it into the slide number 4 in this case. Let's just zoom out a little bit and let's move this photo right here. Actually, we can delete this one. We don't need it. And for this small text box, don't need this thing as well. Yep. And for the small text box, let's just copy it and let's just paste it right here at the bottom. That's wonderful. And morph transition should make all of the animations. So let's just preview it like this. That's wonderful. And now let's just go to slide number 3. Let's just zoom in a little bit. And now let's just go to insert, go to zoom, yeah, section zoom, and let's choose trail number 1. Let's insert it. Once again, let's make sure we go to zoom tools and we choose zoom background, so it is transparent. We can increase the size of this section zoom like this. That's beautiful. And one more thing we have to do. We have to copy this section zoom. Let's copy it. Let's go back to slide number 2. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Let's paste the section zoom and let's keep it somewhere right here. And let's just check it out on the full screen what we have done so far. So now we click on this section zoom, we zoom in, we click again. Now this, trail number 1 comes into place with the help of the morph transition as the rest of these elements. And now if we click here, we go to the trail 1 section, click once again, and here we have this animation. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, everything is very simple. And if we click once again, we should zoom back. Click once again and we get back to our home slide. So ladies and gentlemen, now you know how you can create this awesome Prezi style PowerPoint presentation with section zooms. And as you can see in my original presentation, I have more section zooms, more bubbles. And if you'd like to check out this presentation, I will attach it to my PowerPoint slide zoom course somewhere here at congratulations and bonus lectures section. It will be attached right here. So if you're my current student, you will get it instantly for absolutely free. And if you are considering to join this course, then I definitely recommend it if you'd like to learn more awesome slide zoom techniques. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this tutorial. It was definitely a big pleasure for me to work with slide zooms, and I hope you have learned something new as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.